Hey everybody, Shatterstar and Crystal here for another Arrow review. This time, it's haunted. It's crossover time, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
We fixed the Sara.
It's back. It's Sarah's back, like really back this time.
Yay!
Sarah's back, but the episode obviously starts off on an interesting note. Obviously, last time Sara broke out, and now it turns out she's hunting people who look like Theas. So she hunts one person, she kills another, she does all that stuff, and we get a bit of drama with Laurel and Thea and Oliver and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a bit of drama and back and forth because, Laurel kept secrets, but Oliver's being selfish and all this stuff, and I don't know, it's both a mess. They're both idiots.
I mean, you'd think that more people would have died because I don't understand. She doesn't, she's not herself, she's crazy, so why does she run when she sees, police or whatever coming?
Or even just Oliver.
Yeah, you'd think that
how much intelligence is in there? She sees Oliver and she jumps out a freaking window.
Yeah, you'd think she'd just power through it and kill anyone in her way.
Yeah, I don't know, it's a bit weird on how much intelligence is in there, but oh well, the whole plot's around Sara, but it's finally over. We finally saved Sara. She's back, she's alive, she's not going anywhere, I promise you. Trust me, we'll be seeing plenty more Saras. But yeah, but it is nice to finally have Sara back. They don't spend too much time once she's alive. Once she wakes up, that's about it.
Yeah, I wish we could have kept, there was a nice deleted scene where she and Laurel walk into the apartment and have a nice moment.
Yeah, don't worry, Sara's not gone. We'll get more of her coming back next episode.
Yeah.
But she doesn't come back for no reason. I did say this was a crossover, but not the one you're expecting. Guess who's here? Constantine's here.
Yeah.
So, after watching 13 episodes of that show, we finally have him. He's here in the Arrowverse.
Yeah.
It's so fun to see him, especially after we've had to sit through 13 episodes. Although, there wasn't too much connection to his show.
Yeah, exactly.
There was one line that feels like it's a connection, but can't be. There's a moment where he says, "I'm always on the side of angels except when they betray me." That sounds like it could be a reference to Manny, but he says that in the flashbacks, so it can't be.
Yeah. Maybe it's just, I don't know.
It is fun to see him in the flashbacks, though, especially remember this takes place, everything you're seeing in the flashbacks takes place all before the stuff we see on his show. And, I don't know, it's just fun to imagine this was a Constantine episode and you saw the whole thing from his perspective.
That's right, because he did all that stuff, but then before his show, he gave up and went into an asylum or something, and he was going to stop all that stuff.
Flashbacks are 5 years ago. The show was only just under a year ago, so
yeah.
But there's another line where he says he hasn't performed a restitution in a year. It sounds like that's a reference to. It sounds like that should be a reference, but I can't put my finger on it. The other thing I could think of is it might be a reference to how he kind of saved Chaz. That's the only thing I could think of, but I don't know. But either way, it's just fun to have him around, and it's just nice hearing the music too.
Yeah, I love how they didn't drag out saving her soul too long. It was alright, it was interesting.
I mean, we've had her back since. We got her back in episode 3. We had a whole episode of her being...
No, but I mean, the scene where they're actually in there saving her.
The episode had so much to do that scene went by so fast. The one thing I think about is, though, did the outside of that scene take place in real time? Was Felicity and Diggle just watching John and Oliver just stand there? It's fun to imagine.
Yeah, I want to see the outside. What were they doing?
I don't know.
What were their bodies doing while they were in there?
I don't know. I just love this shot of Quentin and John and Constantine standing next to each other. It doesn't do anything. It's just funny to see the most down-to-earth character in the Arrowverse next to the most insane person in the Arrowverse.
Lance may be one of the most down-to-earth, but another down-to-earth character shares a first name with him.
Oh yeah, we've got 2 Johns in the scene. It's fun to think about that.
Yeah. You don't notice it because they don't really go by their first names.
Yeah, they both don't usually refer to themselves by their first name, but they also don't mention it. They also make a sly reference because he asks Felicity to get him a bunch of things. She somehow gets them really fast, but one of the things is a peacock feather. That's a joke because if you're aware, if you're not American, the logo for NBC is a peacock. You know, you've ever seen that logo?
Yeah.
Yes, and so that might be a jab at NBC cancelling his show. The way he just decides, no, I'm going to scratch my ass with the logo of the network.
Pretty sure it wasn't long enough to reach his butt.
Well, I don't know, but that's basically the joke. Outside of all the fun Sarah and Constantine stuff, we do have a side plot with Diggle and Quentin, which, again, is leading towards the arc we've got with Diggle and Hive and all that, but...
because he found out something about Andy.
It's a nice scene having them two together, by the way. I don't know, it's just not enough time to... We don't often get scenes with them together.
Yeah, like I said, they're similar characters in a way.
They are quite similar characters, so yeah, it is good to see. They both of them are the really down-to-earth characters of Arrow in general.
Yeah.
And another very small side plot, which didn't do much, but is basically the cliffhanger, is the Curtis stuff.
Yeah.
Because, they're deciphering the message, and then they get more message from Ray, which, yeah.
I'm alive.
Exactly, so it turns out he's not getting a message, he's getting stuff in real time, but that's our cliffhanger of the episode, basically. I like that it didn't take her too much stuff, although being Curtis, it did have a nice humorous scene near the end.
Yeah, he's alright.
He's a fun character. But yeah, this was a great episode. I mean, how can you not love it? First off, you got Sarah back, that's always fun. Sarah's actually back. But,
Yeah.
But then you also have Constantine, and, he makes a reference. But again, just seeing him in the flashbacks is so fun. I like the flashback scenes.
He gave Oliver a new tattoo.
Yes, we'll pick up on that. But, yeah, there's just quite a lot of... I just enjoy seeing him in the flashbacks. It's just so fun to see, Oliver react to it and seeing him on his own mission. And it's interesting he mentioned he's getting this... I don't know, the Orb of Horus, because if you remember, he drew, the Eye of Horus on the door of, what's her name in the first episode?
Oh,
So he brings up Horus a lot, and it wouldn't be the last time we'll see Horus brought up in a completely...
And yet Constantine isn't around for the other Horus stuff.
The other times we'll hear Horus brought up is completely side note. Funny enough, we'll hear it brought up in just a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Boy, everything's building. Like I say, for people saying Arrow Season 4's bad, the first half really builds up some good stuff.
Yeah.
How can you not love... And by the way, in the past episode, I said, with the exception of the first episode, there's only one flashback episode I enjoy, and it's this one, of course.
Yeah.
This is the only time I enjoy these flashbacks. I don't care for the rest of the season, but this episode is so fun because we get to see Constantine on his own little mission, Oliver reacting to it, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to give it a...
Go as high as 8.
I'm tossing between 8.5 and 9. I can't really think of any downsides except for a little bit of drama with Laurel. I'm giving it a 9. It's probably one of the best episodes of Arrow Season 4. Not that that's saying much. But honestly, I'll give it a 9. What are you giving it?
8.
That's still pretty good. But, alright, I suppose that's it. We covered the episode.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff in this episode. There's the only bad parts, some little drama of Laurel... Both Laurel confronting Oliver and this little side plot with Oliver's political manager.
Yeah.
But the next episode is called Lost Souls.
We just did that.
Well, yeah, Sarah's not gone yet. Did you think we just got a clean slate? She's still back from the Lazarus pit.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get more into that next time. We will see you next time for more Arrow and other things as well. See you next time, guys. See you next time.